really fast Hellcat, I'm talking single digit quarter-mile times and very small single digit 60 to 130s, 1100 horsepower. Let's go. What is going on, YouTube? I am back with another video, and I'm here to talk to you and have a full cost breakdown of an 1100 wheel horsepower Hellcat. Specifically, my guy Joe, his Hellcat Superstock Challenger, a little over 1100 wheel horsepower, but we're gonna call it 1100, runs single digits in a quarter mile, still full weight, and has a 20-inch wheel on the front. Let's just say this car is fast. We're gonna talk about what all he has done to the car. Yes, this is a real build sheet. This isn't something from Google or my knowledge that I put together. This is a real build sheet, and at the end of the video, I'll tell you what package this is and where you can get it from. But we're talking about a base super stock, which comes with 807 crank horsepower. So to the wheels, we're looking at somewhere in the low 700s to start with. So to get to 1100, we're talking 400 to 500 wheel horsepower gain. And that is a lot, and that gets crazy expensive, crazy fast. So let's talk about what he has done. And at the end, like I said, I'll talk about what package this actually is. So my guy Joe has a Kong 2650 supercharger. He does have the black lid. I think that was a little bit more expensive to get the black lid, but that's gonna run you $9,100. So he went and got a Kong 2650 and replaced the stock Superstock charger. So obviously a little bit bigger of a supercharger at that point to give a little bit more boost. He also has ID 1300 injectors for fuel. 1300 cc's is a lot, and I think he's actually starting to run out of fuel with what he's got going on right now. He has a ATI 10% lower. He does have a pulley, right? We'll talk about that. It is a 275 pulley, so he still has a little bit of boost left that he can get with like a 2.3, 2.4, something like that. He does have an HP cable, and then he has a Nick Williams 130 millimeter throttle body, which ran him $1,100. Of course, you have to buy the coupler to be able to fit that 130 millimeter throttle body onto the Kong 2650. He does have a Gates green belt. That's what you see on most of the Grip Tech pulleys, right, that are out there. He has the green belt. He did have to pin the crank, so he has a pin kit. Now, this is the first place I want to stop. When you start getting to this horsepower number, you gotta have supporting mods for the car to even work and function. So the first thing he did was buy a diff brace, because all that weight being transferred to the rear wheel of a car, because the Hellcat Superstock is a rear wheel drive car. He got a diff brace from Performance Brace. That's the same one I had on my 1320. You can search that video and look how easy it is to install. He then did a custom cam package, and at that point, that was a little bit discounted from the shop that he went to, but he ended up paying $3,100 for his custom cam package. That was more than likely a boost cam, lifters, trays, and so forth. He then got Stainless Works long tube headers, which ran him $2,400 or almost $2,500. He had never had a tune. The car was completely stock at this point, so tune, credits, and opening up his computer at that point cost him $2,200. The RTD device to be able to plug in, now they have this Bluetooth RTD device that allows you to plug in a tune from your phone now. Then you have the NGK 2309 spark plugs, part of the build, and then an AAD idler pulley. Labor, they labeled it as 30 hours, came out to be $5,400, so you can do the math on what they charge per hour, and I don't know if he got a discount or not, so let me not say. Then here's the next place I wanted to stop. When you talk about these cars having 1,000 horsepower, okay, the first thing that will go out on these is the transmission. When you start throwing that much power at a trans, it's not really supposed to hold that much. This is the first thing that goes. So what he did was reach out to Simple Transmission, one of the biggest transmission companies in the Mopar world, and got a built transmission. And he came home, like I said, we're really good friends. We actually used to work together. And hopefully in the future we're about to work together. Stay tuned. After a week or a couple days, he ended up blowing the transmission. Again, with power, it's never if something's gonna happen, it's when. And so his transmission ended up giving out at 1,100 horsepower. The fuel system cost him $6 grand. Now he runs a mix of E85 and some race fuel, so the fuel system did cost him a lot. I think he went a triple fuel pump for the power that he was at. And then of course, he went with some weld satin black rear wheel bead locks to be able to put the power to the ground. Because if he just ran, no matter what kind of tire on a 20-inch tire, he's not putting it to the ground. And even in some of the 60 rolls, he's doing rolling burnouts. And then of course, he got a AAD wheel hop kit because he does take it to the track. So if you don't believe me, I'm gonna stop the video and play him at the drag strip right now.
Chiller. Is your chiller on? Hey. Hey. All right, Paul.
Dude, you got 360 cancels.
Oh boy, my bad.
See, that is one bad Hellcat getting down through that drag strip. And I promise you, if he would gut it and get a front skinny and get a little bit more practice at the wheel, I promise you that car is doing a wheelie with ease. 100% he knows that. The transmission is going back in as we speak right now, and he will go back to the track, and we're gonna see what happens come March and April, maybe even June. Will be a street car takeover, and we'll get a run in. But with all of these things, we have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21 to 25 things, because I left out a few others. For a total of $51,150. Yes, you heard me correct, $51,000. That is a whole nother used Hellcat that you can go out there and buy. And when you put it in perspective that way, that kind of hits home and hits your chest real hard. So when people say they have 1,000 wheel horsepower, let's think about that. Probably not, especially when you talk about upwards of 11 to 1,200 wheel horsepower. So now you can kind of see what it takes build-wise to get that much power. Now there's so many packages out there, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 with pulley, intake, E85, long tube headers, exhaust, cam, all these things that these shops offer. But in reality, to get to this number, this is what you need. This is how much on average you're gonna be paying, anywhere between 40 to 50 grand to get above 1,000 wheel horsepower and do it correctly and safely, right? Simple and plain. $50,000 gets you 1,100 wheel horsepower. Going fast isn't cheap. I've said it for a long time. Everybody wants to go fast, but nobody wants to spend any money. Full cost breakdown, 1,100 wheel horsepower car. Leave me a comment. Would you buy a Superstock and put 50 grand into it to get to 1,200 horsepower? Let me know, because I'm starting to get a little swayed back into the Mopar world right now. It's a little bit cheaper to go faster. So we're gonna see what happens. Stay tuned to the channel, and we are out.